About 10 minutes later, the assistant quickly spoke up, her expression serious. Boss, there's another hot news here. Huntok Feller frowned, irritated. What now? The assistant reported. We just received information from the Darknet headquarters. It has been reported that a private jet registered under the name Chen Yuan has landed in Nevada. The headquarters suspects that Chen Yuan has traced the whereabouts of the two hostages. He might currently be in Las Vegas. To ensure safety, the headquarters has ordered the immediate relocation of the two hostages and strict surveillance of all routes. They believe Chen Yuan has infiltrated the entire Las Vegas transportation system. We need to be cautious. This person is extremely dangerous. Huntok Feller pondered, his gaze turning cold. Finally, he waved his hand decisively, his tone commanding. All right, then take the tunnel. Move the people ahead. No need for anything excessive. Yes, sir. The assistant nodded, immediately turning to take care of things. In the secret basement of the casino, there is a tunnel system running throughout, spanning 10 kilometers. This route leads directly outside the city, where a private subway line is waiting. It only takes 10 minutes to get people out of Las Vegas as if they never existed. In another 10 minutes, the clock struck 11 p.m. Instead of being quiet, the casino was busier than during peak hours. Chen Yuan sat in the middle of the baccarat table, appearing relaxed, but he was clearly the center of attention in the whole casino. By the time the clock hit midnight, Chen Yuan's total chips reached $2 billion. The table was piled high with million-dollar chips stacked like a small mountain. From a distance, it looked like a miniature mountain of wealth. Everyone standing around the table didn't dare to say a word, but inside they were extremely anxious. Holy shit! From a $1,000 capital to winning $2 billion. This is really the god of gambling, I swear. This isn't gambling anymore. This is hacking the casino. Who can compete with this? At this moment, the casino staff had to remind him several times. Sir, you have already won $2 billion. Do you even need to consider taking a break? Hearing this, Chen Yuan merely smirked and calmly replied, No rush. Let's play through the night and then see. Is the casino really unable to pay $2 billion? As soon as he finished speaking, the atmosphere in the casino became tenser than ever. The staff was so nervous that their faces turned pale, but still calmly responded, Of course we have the means to pay $2 billion. But sir, please don't let anything happen to you. After hearing this, Chen Yuan's face still wore a faint smile, making anyone who looked at him feel both uncomfortable and confused. If I continue to win, Las Vegas will no longer be the gambling capital, but will become the first place to go bankrupt. The casinos can't do anything to me right now because they still have to maintain their reputation, at least on the surface. So even if they want to kill me for my money, they will definitely wait until I leave here to act. Thinking carefully, Chen Yuan unexpectedly left the baccarat table. He walked up to a big guy who looked as if he had just lost everything, his head bowed in regret. This big guy was clearly broke. His body slumped as if he had lost all of his wealth. Without a word, Chen Yuan casually pulled out a bag of chips worth $1 million and tossed it in front of this man. This action left everyone who witnessed it speechless. The big guy excitedly looked at the chips, then looked up with a confused expression and asked, Sir, what are you doing? Chen Yuan sat down at the adjacent table, replying with a statement that left people unsure whether to admire or fear him. It doesn't matter if you lose everything. From now on, follow me. This $1 million is your capital to start your life anew. This statement was not just a grant, it was also a declaration of Chen Yuan's absolute control over everything around him. He not only won at gambling, but also won the hearts of the people. This action once again shook the entire casino. Everyone began to buzz with discussions. What? Does this man treat money like garbage, winning a fortune and still going to help others? The man named Mailer was initially so stunned that he didn't know what to do. But just a few seconds later, he regained his composure. $1 million was not just a number. It was a ray of hope in the dark night of life. For someone who had lost everything, even sinking into debt, this amount was nothing less than a winning lottery ticket falling right on their head. Mailer immediately knelt down, not hesitating to declare, Boss, from now on, my life is yours. Whatever you say, I will do. Chen Yu remained composed as if he had planned everything from the start. He gently asked, What is your name? Mailer responded immediately, Boss, my name is Mailer. Chen Yuan slightly lifted his lips, a smile full of implications. Good. From now on, your task is to summon more subordinates for me. For each person that comes, I'll give you 100,000 chips. How many you want to keep is up to you. I won't interfere. But remember, I only need people who aren't afraid of trouble. Understood. Upon hearing this, Mailer's eyes brightened as if he had hit the jackpot again. He nodded vigorously, his face filled with excitement. Don't worry, boss. I will definitely complete the task. I guarantee there will be more subordinates than ants, and they won't shy away from complications. Even though he was just a low-tier thug in Las Vegas, Mallor had a wide network and could gather a crowd with just a few phone calls. For him, $100,000 was an incredibly great deal, and $1 million was beyond words. It was a dream that anyone would gladly exchange for a little loyalty. Soon after, Mallor took out his phone and began calling out loudly, "Where are my brothers? Hurry up, come here. Money is falling from the sky. Don't think, just follow me. I promise I won't let you suffer a loss." Meanwhile, the casino management, from top to bottom, had faces as dark as a pot's bottom. They grumbled among themselves. This person not only wins money, but also wants to claim people. Surely he's planning to build an army to raid the casino. In no time, Chen Yuan had gathered over 20 subordinates. Notably, these individuals were not only loyal, but also extremely dynamic. After receiving money from Chen Yuan, they immediately called their friends and acquaintances. One person brought in 10, 10 brought in hundreds, and a whole network began to form around Chen Yuan. In Las Vegas, known as the world's gambling capital, chips are almost regarded as cash. Chen Yuan took full advantage of this, spending money freely and not turning away anyone. Thus, with each passing minute, his team of subordinates grew larger. In just half an hour, the number of people following Chen Yuan surpassed 1,000. Moreover, some in the group were even armed, making the casino atmosphere extremely volatile. From a distance, this crowd resembled a black and red army standing behind an Asian man exuding a king-like demeanor. Around 5 a.m., the sky had not yet brightened, but inside the casino, the scene was as chaotic as a festival. Chen Yuan, however, seemed indifferent, his voice calm as water. "The day is about to break. A single bet decides everything. If I lose, I'll return the $2 billion I won tonight, so you don't have to worry. But if I win, the bet will multiply by 36 times. Are you willing to play?" At that moment, the assistant emphasized with a worried look, "Boss, Huang Baitian has thrown in $1 billion to gather 5,000 followers. This army is filling the area. Their momentum is so strong it feels like they want to take over the casino. If we intend to kill and rob them or refuse to pay, we might have to close the casino tonight. Do we really have to hand over the full $2 billion? Hearing this, he erupted in anger. "A bunch of trash. Once we deal with that guy, his followers will dissolve on their own. Call the people." With that, he waved his hand. From the corner, a bald man with a dafe eye stepped forward with a sniper rifle, his gaze cold. Although he knew this would damage the casino's reputation, if they did not act, that old Asian man would turn all of Las Vegas into a joke. The one-eyed man swallowed hard, fully aware of what was about to happen, but the order had been given and he could only obey. "Yes, sir." As the one-eyed man left, Feller sat in the control room, his face flushed with anger. He felt like he was going to explode when he saw Chen Yuan sitting calmly in the middle of the crowd. "This kid not only wants to ruin the casino, but also destroy my reputation. But just wait and see, I won't let you walk out of here alive." Outside, the atmosphere was so suffocating that each breath felt heavy. All eyes were on Chen Yuan. With $1 billion on the line, the dealer dared not make any decisions on their own. One wrong step could result in losing their life like a gust of wind. The dealer received the order from the manager, took a deep breath, tried to maintain a professional demeanor, then turned to Chen Yuan. "All right, sir, we accept your bet." After hearing this, Chen Yuan's gaze turned full of challenge. Then, in the calmest tone possible, he said, $1 billion, I bet it all on number 13. With that, Chen Yuan pushed all the chips onto the betting table. With odds of 36-1, if he won, they might have to sell the entire casino in Las Vegas to cover it. After listening, the dealer's face was tense, smiling awkwardly. The crowd grew increasingly lively, with everyone full of excitement. From a distance, a sniper with a long rifle was aimed directly at Chen Yuan's forehead. This person smirked and said, "It doesn't matter whether this guy wins or loses. After this round, I'll make sure you log out of the Earth server." As people lively discussed amongst themselves, the wheel on the table began to spin. The rhythmic clinking echoed, matching everyone's heartbeat. The atmosphere was tense as a drawn bowstring. Whether standing close or far, everyone held their breath, eyes glued to the spinning wheel. Xiao Lai clung tightly to Chen Yuan's arm, so anxious that her hand was drenched in sweat, her face pale as if she had just climbed down a mountain into a river. While everyone anxiously followed the destiny wheel, Chen Yuan remained calm as if nothing was happening. "Don't worry, this casino belongs to HP Group. In Las Vegas, they own 12 casinos, 7 5-star hotels, and even a 7-star hotel. The most special is the 10-star hotel in Dubai, valued at no less than $30 billion. Hearing this, Xiao Lai looked confused like a chicken caught in a trap. 10 stars? I haven't even seen a 6-star hotel, let alone a 10-star one. Chen Yuan continued, ignoring him. Not only that, the Heap Group invests all over the world. Their total asset value is $150 billion. There are 21 shareholders of Up, each holding a share. So if this casino goes bankrupt today, they have to bear it together. Just roughly, there's enough to pay back 150 billion. Xiao Lai felt scared to the point that his heart raced wildly. Oh my god! Chen Yuan walked into the casino with just $1,000 in cash, yet he calculated the total assets of the rival group. Not only that, he also wanted to sweep the entire group, taking all their casinos, hotels, and everything that belonged to them. This man is not just reckless, he is also very dangerous. Does he want to annihilate the opponent completely? But looking at Chen Yuan's calm expression, Xiao Li's eyes held an unmistakable admiration. Is this the charm of personality or the power of money? Chen Yuan is not only a skilled gambler, but also a top-notch strategist. He can devise plans from 1,000 miles away, determining victory or defeat without any hesitation. The wheel gradually slowed down, as if taunting the entire casino. Each clink of the wheel seemed to draw in the heartbeat of everyone in the room. Someone yelled as the wheel passed number 9, then number 10. The atmosphere felt suffocating. Number 11, breaths were getting heavier. Number 12, all eyes glued to the wheel, daring not to blink. And then number 13. The wheel stopped, motionless. It actually hit. The casino exploded with excitement. The collective "oh" resonated throughout the space as if an emotional bomb had just been triggered. Thousands of people screamed, clutching their heads, jumping up and down. Unbelievable. A person starting with $1,000 unexpectedly won a staggering $30 billion, a sum that an average person couldn't hope to accumulate in a lifetime. This was no longer a miracle, but a vibrant myth unfolding right before their eyes. Chen Yuan didn't just win at gambling. He shattered every rule, every belief in probability, and even the rationality of those who witnessed it. Yet he remained calm as usual. With a wave of his hand and a faint smile, he said, "Not bad. Today's luck is a bit good." Behind Chen Yuan, a team of 5,000 subordinates cheered and howled loudly. Even Mailer popped champagne to celebrate on the spot, turning the casino into a stage fit for a king. But the joy did not last long. The dealer angrily shouted, "It's impossible. This cannot happen. It must be cheating." The entire room fell silent in an instant. Everyone's gaze turned to Chen Yuan. Without giving Chen Yuan a chance to speak, he waved his hand to signal. Immediately, a group of mobsters waiting nearby quickly approached. Everyone has hot goods if you say something inappropriate. You will be executed on the spot. Chen Yuan remained unfazed, calmly responding, "Don't frame me. I have never touched the roulette wheel. How could I cheat?" The atmosphere in the casino, already tense, became even more suffocating. Although Chen Yuan's followers were numerous, they began to shrink back at the sight of the guns. When receiving money, everyone enthusiastically shouted, "Boss, leave it to me." But now their faces had turned pale, like mice seeing a cat. Glancing at the crowd, trembling in fear, Chen Yuan couldn't help but feel annoyed. "Dan, a bunch of useless subordinates. I still have to do it myself." A mobster stepped forward, coldly saying, "Follow me. Don't resist needlessly." But before he could do anything, he felt a sharp pain. Chen Yuan twisted his hand, bending it sharply until a cracking noise echoed. Immediately, the man yelled as if crushed under a truck. Oh my god! The scene was like igniting a fire in a barrel of explosives. The other mafia members, without waiting for orders, drew their guns simultaneously from all directions. Everyone thought Chen Yuan would fall, but just as the first bullet raced toward him, he spun the iron rod in his hand, effortlessly deflecting the bullet with a loud clang. But it didn't stop there. The gunfire continued to ring out. 5 or 6 others immediately pulled out their guns, aimed at Chen Yuan, and shot wildly. Bullets flew like rain, yet he stood firm, unafraid. Every bullet that came toward him was knocked away by Chen Yuan's iron rod, leaving no scratches on his body. Watching this scene, many people felt as if they were watching a superhero movie with Chen Yuan as the invincible protagonist. The entire casino was frozen in shock. Thousands of people stood motionless, hearts pounding, eyes glued to Chen Yuan. Even the mafia members were astonished and began to feel fear. Is he human or a superhero? He is not human. He is a monster. Run, we can't fight him. He is a devil. And so, the mafia, who had originally charged him like a pack of hungry tigers, now fled in a panic like ducks being chased with a stick. But things went even further. On the upper floor, the one-eyed sniper with the M24 was ready. The marksman aimed directly at Chen Yuan, waiting for him to stand still for a moment. Without hesitation, he pulled the trigger. The bullet shot out at a terrifying speed, heading straight for Chen Yuan's head. The sound of gunfire echoed like firecrackers welcoming the new year, yet no one had time to eat the sticky rice cake, because upstairs M24 sniper rifle had fired straight at Chen Yuan's head. If the bullet had hit, he definitely wouldn't have survived to the next episode. But the incredible thing was that Chen Yuan didn't even flinch, holding 2 coins in his hand. The bullet was blocked by the two coins and fell to the ground as if it had lost the will to continue flying. Of course, this cool display couldn't be without supporting characters to set the scene. First was the flight attendant CO Lai, who transitioned from fear to admiration, followed by Mailer. Even the thousands of subordinates below were collectively gaping. Holy shit, catching a sniper bullet with bare hands? Is this a dream or is it real, everyone? It must be Eastern magic, like those moves only found in legends. What Eastern thing at this point? I swear this is supreme martial arts. If he's not a martial arts master, then what is he? Nothing could penetrate. Otherwise, what else is there? I feel like something is off. How can there be a character of this caliber in this world? It's too absurd. No scientific explanation can account for this. At that moment, Mallor stood in the middle of the crowd and shouted passionately, "Brothers, we have received money from the boss, so we must work for the boss. Do you think that thousands of brothers here are going to sit back and do nothing? If we don't get our money back today, we'll lose all our honor." The subordinates, upon hearing this, were equally determined. That's right. This gambling house dares to play dirty, we must force them to pay up. We take money from others to eliminate their troubles. Anyone who doesn't follow this rule is a coward. Chen Yuan stood aside and couldn't help but chuckle to himself. These subordinates were a mixed bag, lacking any shape or form, easily swayed by the wind. But one must admit they had their own strengths. So the subordinates all charged forward with great enthusiasm as if they had just received a maximum power boost from Chen Yuan. However, the key here was not just the money. Money can buy people, but it can't buy sincerity. As for Chen Yuan, with his incredible performance just now, he had won the hearts of the subordinates. Meeting someone who was both strong and cool naturally earned deep respect from them, especially for those at the bottom who lived by their fists. For them, whoever had the biggest fists was the winner. Damn, you open a casino and can't accept your losses? Where are the brothers? Today, we must get back every single penny for the boss, or they'll close the shop for good. With that demeanor, Chen Yuan didn't need to shout much. He said, "You all listen up, gather everyone in this casino. Today, anyone who dares to run, I'll personally grab them. Everyone, whoever catches the casino owner, I'll reward them $100 million. The group of subordinates responded in unison. "Yes, sir. Boss, you can count on us." The dealer, hearing this, turned pale with fear, clinging to Chen Yuan's leg and almost crying. "Boss, spare me, I know where the casino owner's office is." Meanwhile, Hantok Feller was sitting in the surveillance room, looking at the screens with a grim expression. What is this? Employees, gamblers, subordinates, all seem to be in revolt. Everyone is going in different directions with only one goal, to catch me for $100 million. He panicked and shouted, "Quick, call the police. I can't hold on any longer." His female assistant, equally frantic, hurriedly added, "Boss, the situation is a complete disaster. The people in the casino are coming up. If you don't escape now, it will be too late." Hearing this, he didn't think much and quickly nodded vigorously. Okay. Escape. Find a place to hide for now. We'll figure things out once the police arrive." Immediately, he and the remaining comrades ran through a secret passage to escape, but before leaving, he angrily cursed, "This worthless Asian punk, I'll deal with you later." Chen Yuan took advantage of the chaos in the casino and brought people to track down Wang Meng's whereabouts. First, he immediately sneaked into the backstage management room, silently kicking the door open. This was where the secrets of everything were kept. By checking the cameras, Chen Yuan could find the clues. After a while of scrolling and clicking, he saw the familiar figure of Wang Meng pass by on the screen. Chen Yuan nodded, his eyes shining as if he had struck gold. Here she was. But just as he was intently examining the images, Mailer rushed in with a group of subordinates, their faces pale as if they had just seen a ghost. "Boss, the police are coming. What should we do now?" Chen Yuan waved his hand, replying nonchalantly, "What is there to do? The casino owes me $30 billion. They must pay up. Which law forbids that?" But Mailer and his subordinates were even more anxious, hastily explaining, "But boss, this casino has connections with the police and the governor has shares in it. They won't side with us." As he finished speaking, Mailer's face was almost in tears. Chen Yuan waved his hand as if nothing significant was happening. Shares are shares, and the governor is the governor. So now I'll just pull that old man down and get one of our people to sit in that chair. No need to choose anyone. From now on, you are the new owner of this casino. Chen Yuan continued, "I remember HP has 12 casinos. Let's divide them equally among the brothers. Each of us will own one casino. Shares. Each of us keeps 10% as a gift. If they don't have the money to pay, just take the whole casino as collateral, along with the HP group and its businesses. They can pay us back whenever." By the way, how much did they promise the governor? Let's just play double. We have plenty of money. The whole group of subordinates dazed for a few seconds, unsure if Chen Yuan was serious or joking, then collectively shouted, "Boss is indeed divine. Following you means no worries about hunger." In an instant, it transformed from nameless figures at the bottom of society to the bosses of the gambling house. Indeed, encountering the right boss can change one's life in the blink of an eye. Right afterward, Chen Yuan didn't pay much attention to anything else. In his mind, Las Vegas had only one goal: to find his lost sister, Wang Meng Meng, at all costs. Who cares about Las Vegas or the rest of the world? To be honest, today I am Huang Bai Tian. Tomorrow I will be Chen Yuan. Who can touch me? Even if God comes down here, he would have to concede defeat to me. In less than a minute, Chen Yuan's phone suddenly vibrated, as if reminding him, "Hey boss, there's trouble." Of course, Chen Yuan didn't use a regular phone, but rather a super product he personally developed, connected to 10 satellites. If this phone entered a technology competition, it would definitely outshine the world. Then the beeping sound was not just an alert, it was a signal from the satellite that had locked onto Wang Meng Meng's location.